Madame, you wanted to see me?
Yes, Kyria, come in. I wanted to talk with you about the Helios expansion.
Yes, Madame, of course. What would you like to discuss?
There are 3 options, all who can acquire a writ.
Okay.
Within reason, no suspicion. Who would you like?
Madame, you wish for me to decide?
Yes. Much of what a madam does is make decisions. I want to see what you do. Galen.
Yes. The other 2 are all right, but Galen I know I can control, and he's well known for indulging. He'd be perfect for gathering information without arousing any suspicion at all.
Are you sure this wouldn't complicate things more?
No, I've got a clear head on it.
Okay.
I do.
Very well. Who else are you taking with you? You'll need protection.
Skyles.
Just Skyles? No one else?
He's all I need.
All you need?
All we need. All we would need. We don't want to draw too much attention, and he's very good. He's the best, in fact. And I trust him to do the job and obey me.
I'm sure you're right. You know, Kyria, you remind me so much of myself when I was young.
That's quite the compliment, madam. I'm afraid I don't deserve it.
I spent so much time nurturing you, raising you,
Yes.
preparing you.
Yes, and for that I'm eternally grateful. I'm well aware of my circumstance and how life would have been for both me and Loesch, if not for you. Our burden on you sits with me every day.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I have been good to you.
Yes, of course.
Have you spoken with your sister? How does she feel about all of this?
She's excited for the opportunity and very grateful for your trust in her.
Is she?
She didn't say as much in so many words, but yes, I know her heart.
Well, as long as she does the job, I don't care how she feels about it. Now, Galen is taken care of because of his fiancée. Are you really willing to leave Skyles there with Loesch?
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I be?
I know how you feel about him.
I don't feel any way about him.
As long as that's clear to him.
As long as he does the job. Who cares how he feels?
Good. That's very good, Kyria. You'll make a fine madam.
Skyles.
Aye.
I believe you're on a job.
Aye. Things didn't go as planned, though, but the best jobs never do.
No, I don't think they do.
No.
You've adapted pretty well, though, yes?
Usually, yes.
How are you feeling about this situation today?
Reserved. I don't really have... I'm not sure if I even know what I'm feeling. There is a sense of wonder and a sense of excitement for not knowing exactly what's gonna happen. But I feel on the knife's edge is usually where survival is cut. We'll see
Is
if
that all
it's
it
the right
gets?
length.
I see. Well, you're in the conference room alone. You hear argument, I believe. Discourse. Loesch is still in the lobby, though. If I recall, the female werewolf was telling her compatriots to get her out of the lobby. She'd spilled coins purposefully. There was also believe a rehearsal for the upcoming parade that you've heard about in a couple of days. Getting the evening fireworks test going, all that fun.
Right, and I exploited the sounds and
You did.
to make my entrance. Wasn't planned. It was more of a spur of the moment, but it's sort of what led me here.
A little worried about you, Skyles.
Really? Should I be?
Do you feel worried?
I don't know yet. Still interested to see. I think there's a part of me that is excited to learn more, whatever it may be. I'm good at scouting. I'm good at gaining information without usually needing to talk. I hope
You talk the most to me, I think, right?
This is in my head, isn't it? Aren't you me?
So that blood stain you found on the table,
Hey,
what do you think about that?
my first thought is, whose blood is it? How long has it been there? Is it reflective? Or is it a rusty patina on the stained wood?
It's not rusty yet. Why, it's only been just today.
Hey,
But it's there. It almost,
it's
Well-
for sure blood, though, right? It's not jam or anything from a donut or a jelly.
it's definitely blood, and you know, Hound, it almost looks lapped up.
I believe with the smears that I've noticed just now, I see that it is not in a way that looks like it has been picked up, but it looks like it's been sloshed,
Correct.
and wetness has been added to the pile, then really brought
Very
it up.
correct. No vial, though. None whatsoever.
It's just me in here.
Just you. But you can almost remember the werewolf sitting across from Kyria. And their hands above that slot. That lapped up spot of blood.
Right. That's
The door
case.
is barely ajar. You didn't let it latch for the sake of noise in your hurry in here.
If that's the case, then I simply take a fletching of one of my arrows and I brush it across the most wet portion of the bloodstain.
Ah. And why would you be doing that?
And I feed it back into my quiver. I'm not sure, but if anyone is to understand or to figure out whose blood that could be, it potentially could be Galen. It could be good for us.
You don't
No
know
blood
whose blood
magic.
that is?
Could be Kyria's.
Alright.
Is it mine?
Don't worry. You've got it. It's in your quiver. Well, maybe worry a little, but for other reasons, I suppose. You're in a bad situation, Skyles. How do you plan on getting out? You have one door and no windows. Chairs, a table, and an argument that is starting to fade. Loesch, you are being politely pushed out of the lunar bite. Your coin
So
is
you're
already...
telling me you don't hear the music? I can hear something. I was just dancing with the bread, seriously.
There is a firework going
It's
off.
the parade. Join
It's
me
the
in
rehearsal for
as
the
I try to
parade.
take
Yeah.
his arm.
Get... Los,
Come with me. It's going to be so exciting.
You see him look at the other large, bulky human werewolf, and then look over back at the blonde woman. And he nods to her, and then takes your arm and rushes you out to go see the fireworks.
Oh, you're just as excited. Oh my god.
One less werewolf, from what you can hear, Skyles.
I think during that whole, interaction, I peered through the ajar door to see if I could get a vantage on that conversation.
Would you mind giving me a desperate prowl? I'd say you are a bit limited, as you are not opening the door more, are you?
No.
No.
5 and a 1.
You see her, and only her, through this ajar door.
When you say her, of which do you mean?
I mean the blonde werewolf, the one that did all the talking, the one that you never got her name, the one who has claimed she's not the leader of the lunar bites, but clearly has authority. She's standing there looking exasperated, on edge. Does she have hackles up?
What other potential exits are in this room besides the door in front of me?
Oh, in your conference room? The door in front of you. You were in this room before. You scoped it out. You chose this room. There is but one exit, the one you're looking out. Out of the store, there's the back entrance and the front entrance that Los was just ushered out of. What are you thinking? What are you doing? You have time, so
Right.
it seems.
But not much. I never do.
No.
I think what I'm going to do is take the... I think for a moment I'm lost in my thoughts about whose blood it could be. Myself, I assume, questioning whose it is, whether it's mine or whether it's Kyria's or whether it's someone else's. I'm not sure, but I do have a tool on my arrow, and I will exploit.
Ah, and what is that tool?
I'm going to draw the arrow, and I'm going to shoot it, I think, across the nose, if I may, of this woman, hoping that her scent may pick up the blood that is on the quill, and it may distract her for only a moment, so I can then leave.
Oh, that is most definitely finesse, I think. Would you agree, Skyles?
Yes, I think so. But
You're
it's
desperate.
stressful. I think, as I draw my arrow back, a bead of sweat drips down and into my eye. I'm not used to closing my left eye.
No, but you can only see out of your right. The door is not very ajar.
I'm gonna take 2 stress as I do this.
Wonderful. Desperate, but a greater effect if you succeed. I'm not talking partial success, I'm talking full success.
Fine.
And Kyria, it's 2 per score. Don't interrupt again, thank you. You may continue, Skyles. Oh. Skyles.
The arrow stings my eye, but I'm able to find focus just enough. I think, hopefully, it sails just out of vision for them.
Oh, it
Maybe right
does.
over the arc. but it's still just close enough where a draft of the arrow whiffs by and sinks in the wall behind them into the door that's closing, following Loesch.
Oh, Galen, I am very impressed. Yes. You see her for a brief moment. Her snout extends ever so slightly. You can hear the inhale. And the slits in her eyes appear. And she calmly walks out the door as she pats the shoulder of the man. And for a brief moment, the lunar bite is empty.
I duck behind the door, or behind the bar, and I try to make myself an available path towards the back exit where I came from, knowing that the front door is now
occupied.
Compromised.
You're able to do so with no issue.
I scamper up some crates, some old shipping crates, potentially that have lunar bites upside down, printed on the crates as they're lazily tossed by workers, and I hop up and over the fence that's there, trying to find my path back up towards a rooftop, but not before I desperately run a couple blocks before I do.
You do so. We're gonna move on, but Skyles, well done. I'll be honest, I was not expecting you to survive that. You've exceeded expectations.
I came to Kingstown because I'm the best.
And then he went to Helios, and there are better. Vakli sits at his desk, staring down Akiria, who has taken her hood down. What is it you want, my dear?
You mentioned working for you. What would that entail, exactly?
A wicked grin spreads across Vakli's face. A grin bigger than your face. Fangs of every tooth, scissoring themselves, reveal. You'll be mine. Is that what you wish, dear Kyria?
In life and death?
In life and death.
And what would I get in return?
Power. Fame. Wealth.
Try again.
Immunity.
There we go. For just me?
Well, that depends on what you wish, doesn't it?
I think you already know.
Terms. I'd like to hear you say it. Say it.
I want safety for me and mine.
are yours. Say it.
I haven't decided yet if I'm accepting. I wanted to know the offer. Surely you'll let me think about it.
Of course, my dear carrier. Don't think long.
I won't. How do I know that's something you can grant?
Fockley opens his book. And he writes a name. It's yours, as he turns the page around. You're in my book. You've been accounted for. What you add to the ledger is your choice. I can give you what you want, for who you want. All you need is specifics, and you will be mine. Now, my manners. Apologies. You see, a deal with the accountant is balanced. I'm sure you're not very used to that, are you, Kyria?
No, I'm not.
Those who work for me are protected by me. So long as you listen, there are no consequences. You are an eternal employee with all the benefits. Why do you think my little imp is so happy all the time?
And what kind of work would you have me do?
Whatever I want. Could be an assassination. Could be information gathering as I've had you do. Could be attending a party with me. Whatever I want. But you'll get what you want. I think it's rather fair.
I misjudged
Fairer
you.
than many do. Many do. And that is their grave mistake. You wish to open a business, yes?
No, I wish out of that business.
Oh,
And I don't care what happens to it.
you keep making this deal better for me. The terms are set. What would you wish? Here. And it is yours.
I don't
And
think you
don't
can give me
worry.
what I want.
Well, I'm wounded. Well, what is it you want? You'll have to speak up.
Freedom.
You do not wish to trade shackles, do you?
No.
No. I suppose not.
But I appreciate the offer.
I wonder if a poor human would wish to take shackles.
You wouldn't?
I offer to those who are willing. And eternity is a long time for a human. Wouldn't you agree, Kyria? He looks at you so sadly.
Thank you for your time.
He has not much left. Have a good day. Devotees, I'd like to sit a moment here and hear your thoughts. Would you give up everything for a loved one? Would you? Or would you be selfish? Césaire.
Yes.
It's awfully quiet.
Yes.
You're guarding the door?
That's correct.
No one's came to the door.
Good.
Well, what are you doing? Aside from guarding, of course.
Thinking a little.
About?
Why everyone is so very conflicted.
They are really conflicted, aren't they?
It all seems quite straightforward to me. Everybody withholding information and trying to do what's best for other people without consulting those very people. It just seems to be creating tension and problems.
A lot. A lot of problems. What are you gonna do about that?
Oh, I'm sure we'll work it out. They tend to have these little arguments and verbal skirmishes often. Galen's a little new to it, but he'll figure it out. I'm not usually involved as much as I have been recently.
Yeah.
A little out of my depth as well.
Yeah. Are you alright?
No. Suppose
No.
not.
And you're sitting at this door, stopping them from leaving. Who gave you the right, Césaire? Didn't they invite you?
Well, I suppose so, but it was by order of my mother, so we all report to the same person.
Right. Did she say to bar them from doing what they need to?
No, but she did ask me to keep them alive.
Alright. And that's what you're doing now, yes?
Well, they're the ones that keep telling me that everything in this city is dangerous.
don't think they can handle themselves?
Well, I suppose when it comes to business, perhaps, but when it comes to serial killing werewolves, I think it's best that we leave that to Skyles and I keep them in the house.
Hmm. What about undead? I've heard they were particularly evil.
They're on our side for now.
Oh, they are? Interesting. Why would you align yourselves with evil undead?
Nobody said they were evil undead.
Oh. What about the clerics, a part of the Paladin Order? Why have turn undead? Well, there weren't any. Oh, I forgot you knew the Paladin Order so very well, Césaire.
Well,
or was it
that's
gone?
the problem. I don't really know the Paladin Order that well, other than a few stories, and from what little time I had with my brother, he taught me best as he could. That's really why I would rather get him back. Between you and me, it really shouldn't be me who revives this order.
Who would then?
Well, my brother would have been the best candidate. Best candidate.
Yes, was. So who then?
Well, without him, there is only me, and it falls to me.
And might I ask why you're here in Helios, on Merogi, a continent named basically Evil Land by Ophion? Why? Why are you here, Césaire?
This is where I was born.
So why are you bringing back a thing that this city abhors? If you're from here.
Because this city is quite corrupt.
It is? I had no idea. Who told you that?
Well, aside from almost everybody I've spoken to while being here, I've witnessed it firsthand several times.
Where did you witness corruption? I'd like to make note of that, please.
Well, the very first thing that happened was that we were robbed of our...
Well, that's not corruption. That's a bad actor. That's not systemic of the government.
Well, if there was a better government in place, then perhaps there would be less thievery, or perhaps the poor would have less need to steal.
There was no theft or crime in Kingstown.
There is no Paladin Order in Kingstown either.
I swore underground brothels were less than savory, Césaire.
Well, brothels might be frowned upon, but it's not the same as a murder. It's a service provided.
Were you murdered?
No.
No, you weren't. You had theft. That seems pretty on par with a unsavory business, don't you think, Césaire? You're really conflating.
Correctly, then, a brothel is simply a service that one can pay for. Theft is well, it's an awkward thing, but it's immoral.
Do you, Césaire, knowing where you grew up, do you really think all of those whores wanted to be in that position?
Well, it's neither here nor there.
Oh, it's not. What about a thief trying to steal to survive?
Exactly. That is why it's an awkward position.
Ah, awkward. You keep using that word.
Well,
Is that your way of removing yourself from attempting to judge when you're already sitting on a judgment? Because the first statement you gave me was indeed a judgment. You said it was evil and corrupt, but now it's awkward.
I said the city was evil and corrupt.
Because of the thief.
In part.
But you said the thief was awkward.
Well, if the
The
thief
situation.
was hungry and had to steal,
Right.
and if the women and men of the brothel
Right.
were forced into a position much like the thief,
In Kingstown.
work against their will, doing things
Yes.
that they don't want to do, those things could be wholly avoided were they given the correct or the appropriate facilities or environment to recognize what they want to be, who they want to be, to discover what they want to do on their own. And if they turn to thievery, it would still be immoral. If they turn to pouring, then that would be their choice.
Ah. Just like thievery would be a choice.
Yes,
Right.
but stealing from someone is not the same as providing a service for somebody.
Some people say whoring is stealing from marriage.
That would be on the person who is married and not on the person providing the service.
True. What if someone hired the thief as their only way of surviving? Or perhaps forced them into thievery like, I don't know, a small orphan boy you gave a few coins to. Would that make you complicit, Césaire? Are you just as bad or worse?
I allowed that child a few coins to pass on a message.
Ah. Why didn't you give them a house? Why didn't you give them food? When they're
Because
clearly
I
suffering. Paladin.
Don't have a house yet. But if I were to have a house...
How many rooms are empty in the manor you're in now? From the stolen writ. You're complacent.
No,
Yes.
I don't think so.
Naivety at its finest.
Well, naivety perhaps, or perhaps I'm simply on the first step. Helios wasn't built in a day, and neither will the rebuilding of the Paladin Order. And slowly
I
but
built
surely
Helios.
You built Helios.
I built it over years. But I ended the Paladin Order in a day. Because they called us evil for existing. Did Lothair not tell you that? Did I tell you your grandfather attempted to murder us? Because we lived? Because we weren't human? Because we weren't elven? Or did he leave that out because it wasn't pretty?
That's not the Paladin Order as I remember.
It didn't exist while you were able to remember.
Well then, it's lucky I'm here to rebuild it.
Yes, it is.
And not my grandfather.
Oh, I agree.
I am not my grandfather. I am not my father. And though I believe him to be a better man than I am not my brother either.
No, you're not.
If I have to dismantle this city brick by corrupt brick and rebuild it into a better city, then I shall try.
I'll do my best to make sure you're a blackguard by the end of this. Because I could use that mentality For my purposes, Césaire. Thank you. Unless you'd like to do something else.
No, I shall continue guarding this door.
Continue guarding in vain. Galen. Galen.
Is that a voice?
Always is. I'm surprised you're surprised at this point.
No, I'm sorry. I'm having a... I'm not feeling well.
No.
Oh, it's you. How goes business?
Oh, it always goes well.
I see.
You know that?
Yes. You are efficient. What day is it? What
I
time
believe
is
it's a Tuesday around 1 a.m.
Oh. Yes. Where did I put my... Are you here in the room with me? Am I... Where... I'm sorry.
No. Why would I ever be in there with you?
I don't know. I
Most
sometimes get confused where I am.
I know.
How long have we been speaking? Like this?
From the moment you reached out.
I never reached out to you.
Yes, you did.
No.
You're looking for someone that I have.
Yes.
You reached out.
I reached out to him, not to you.
Same difference.
No. It's very different. It's been years. It's been 10, 11 years we've been speaking. Although I don't think I heard you very well in the beginning.
I spoke the moment you entered my city.
Yes, physically. Entered your city physically.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you clarifying. I get confused.
No. Before you were just a little crazy is all.
No, I wasn't crazy. I was working. Always
Right.
working.
Of course, just like Maury.
Maybe. Tell me, how is everyone? The group?
Well. Oh, them?
Yes.
I'd never disclose.
Well, you should. You can tell me. We're old friends. We've known each other for so long.
Well, you have a very twisted reference of friendship.
My parents are great supporters of you and your regime. They're good friends of yours, so you can tell me, how is Kyria? Is she well? Don't lie. You know that's not right. So, how is she? Skyles, how is he? Loesch? How are they? Are they doing well? Do I need to worry? Do you even know? You don't even know. You're pointless. You're dying. This city won't be yours for long. Although I really don't care if you run this city or not. I'm just going to take what I need to and leave. Then I'll go. Then I won't be here anymore. I won't be bothering your city. I'll be back home in the vineyards. Although I suppose your shadow is all over my home as well, isn't it?
This is mine.
The city may be yours, but that spirit is not. You don't get to have it or keep it.
You're right. It's my lord's.
Oh, are you speaking of Hades? It's not his. is not time. Did you know my parents have a painting of you in our grand hall? Did you know that?
They commissioned it directly. Of course I know. I posed for it.
I grew up watching that portrait of you all my life. As I walked back and forth and through and around, I never thought much of it. You seemed interesting. You seemed powerful. I didn't really care about what you did or didn't do. I thought, my parents support you, it seems fine. You and Helios, us and Kingstown, allies, and what did I care? I didn't care about politics or anything except Lorthair. And drinking and dancing and having fun and being in love. I didn't care about anything else but that. Until you murdered him.
I did no such thing, Galen.
You ordered his father to murder him. It's the same thing.
I did no such thing.
Oh, you did.
I thought you said I didn't lie.
You probably lie all the time. I said you shouldn't lie.
And I don't. I did not kill him, Galen.
No, but you ordered his father to do so.
I did not order his father to kill him, Galen.
Doesn't bother you now, does it? His father's still about here in this city.
It bothers me immensely.
Oh, does it?
But I can't touch him at the moment.
All right. If that is so.
Good.
What do you mean, I could? Would you give me access to him?
Aren't you in the city, Galen?
No, you know what I mean. If you're the Lord of Helios, I don't feel well. You give people permission for things. You give them back deals and corrupt trades. The lunar.
Aren't you in the city, Galen?
I'm saying if you, my dearest friend, who my parents have pledged fealty to, is so innocent of all misdeeds, then just give me Lorthair's spirit back.
I don't have it.
Who has it?
My lord.
That would imply...
What a fool you are.
No, this is... Kyria? Kyria, I can't feel my fingers. Are you here? Kyria? I need you. Kyria? I think I'm bleeding again. But I don't know if I'm bleeding here or in the spirit world. Kyria!
Galen?
Yes, come in.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm just bleeding a little, it's all. Just...
Are you feeling okay? Can I... Or shall I fetch you a rag?
No. Come, sit beside me. I should sit not on the bed, it would be improper. Sit beside me. I will sit, on one of these chairs. I'm sorry, could you help me, sit on the chair? I have a hard time feeling my legs in these moments. It's hard for
Are
me
you
to move.
quite all right? I'll help
yes.
you, but shouldn't... perhaps,
No.
Should I fetch Kyria? I don't...
Come, sit me on a chair and we shall...
Yes. Hey,
Oh.
take my arm and
Thank you.
just...
Oh,
Should you not perhaps rest instead?
It's hard at this moment. I have thoughts. Galen, I have to ask you a few things before I go. We should talk.
Yes, yes, okay. I really had planned to watch the door.
Yes. I feel like going all the way down to the door would be a bit of a difficult for me right now. It won't take long.
No, you should stay here.
So, listen. I must tell you a few things, because I don't know when I'll have a chance to say them later, if I will. Well, one is business. I know that Skyles is out, and Kyria is in her room. I need her. If you might, after our conversation, go to her room and ask her if she might visit me. That would be kind of you. But you, I must tell you a few things before everything happens. You are so much like your brother. You're handsome, and you have conviction, and you shine brightly like a sun. You know, Helios is the god of the sun, and this place has been without the sun for so long.
It was without it before.
And I know that you will restore that order that meant so much to your brother. I wish for you to you deserve so much more. You deserve
What's
so
coming
much
to
more.
him?
No, you don't. That is not true. It's not true. You deserve so much.
What you're giving him?
I didn't say anything.
No, I'm not. Stop it.
Stop what?
No, it's fine. I
Kill him.
No. Not now. It's too early.
That's what you would do.
Are you
Stop
sure
it.
you don't want me to get you a glass of water or...
No.
How worthless a life you've given him.
No, stop that. It's not true. Listen, I have more than one dream. And
Dream
in
of
one
his
of those,
death.
in one of those dreams... Stop
He's
it.
dead.
Stop it. In one of those dreams you live, and you sit on the throne of Helios, and you make this place the city on a hill that it once was. And it is beautiful. And people are free. The spirits can travel, and there's no... I'm sorry if I'm crying. There's no... Caesar, I believe in you. And I know that sometimes the rest of them don't tell you things, and it's because they don't understand you.
I don't
Like
trust
I
you.
do. Stop it. You shouldn't be listening to this conversation. It's not for you.
It's not for you either.
It's not for you, this conversation.
Well, would you... should I leave?
No, you should stay. You should stay.
You should leave.
No, you should not leave.
He'll live longer.
He's safe with me right now. For
And
now.
you kill him.
Stop it.
Perhaps you should try and get some rest.
Lothair,
a
Lothair,
little
no, it's
sleep.
all right. Lothair, it's all right. I'm fine. I just have missed you. I've missed you very much.
All right.
Lothair, you should know that he said that he didn't order your death, but I think he's lying. And he said that you were with his lord, which I assume is Hades, and I know that's a lie.
Who said that?
You said it.
Why won't you tell him?
I've told Lothair I speak to him all the time. I speak to him every day.
Oh, you do?
I'm never not speaking to him. Lothair.
One-sided conversation isn't a conversation, Galen.
It is only one-sided because you've stolen his spirit.
You let him die.
I couldn't stop his death. He was in another city.
Perhaps I should go and see if Kyria is here.
No,
Please,
no,
just...
Lothair. It's all right. You don't have to leave. And we don't need to argue. Listen. I'm surprised that you found your brother, and I had no idea that it was Césaire, the lad from the brothel. But I think you should. It explains everything. I was jealous for the time you were spending with the young lad, but turns out he's your brother. That's good. I'm glad you found him, and I give you my blessing to train him and to mentor him. He's a good lad.
Galen.
Yes.
Clear the tears from your eyes a moment. It's I, Césaire. You're mistaken.
Who are you talking to?
Dimples, yes. I'm so sorry. I mistook you for a moment. I get confused sometimes. Do you love someone? Do you have love?
Of course.
Tell me who you love.
Well, there's my mother. There are my friends. I love you, Galen.
Ooh, that hurts. Sorry, I don't mean to push feelings on you.
Don't. You?
What?
No, not you. Him.
Go ahead,
Said-
kill who you love.
Stop it.
Somebody else here that I can't see. A spirit,
Yes.
perhaps?
Yes. There's a
I have
spirit
no
here.
spirit. What a lie.
He says he's not a spirit, but it's either some sort of something like this, I think. He claims to be the Lord of Helios who comes to visit me.
Why don't you do an Arcana check?
No,
Roll me a d20.
I don't understand what you're saying. You're confusing me. I don't think I have one on me, do I?
I think I'll go and find Kyria, and you really should rest. I want to check on the door anyway. I'll be back in a moment with Kyria, okay?
Can't feel my body anymore.
Well, then I should most certainly get Kyria.
I do care about you.
I understand. I know, Galen.
I do care about him. I do.
You've been my closest friend.
So he
I'll be
thinks.
back in a moment. Don't worry, I'll find Kyria for you.
Yes,
Oh, Galen.
he'll be all right.
No, he won't.
There are options.
Yes, there are. And you've made your choice.
He gave me a different choice. He wouldn't
he
mind.
Did.
He wouldn't mind being in a clockwork body. Stop it. Don't laugh.
You know how long those take to make.
They take a very long time, but
And you aren't patient enough for that.
I've been patient for 10 years.
You're not patient enough for that.
I am patient. I'm patient enough.
Why did you get all the bodies then?
It's a better way, the bodies. The
Oh,
vessels.
so it's better.
It's
It's
better.
nothing to do with patience or time then.
No, it's better.
Why are you lying to me?
I'm not lying.
Come on.
It's different holding a body than it is a clockwork machine.
I know. And you said the clockwork isn't worth the time, which means you're impatient.
It's not time.
You have all the time in the world, Elf.
Gentleness. But I can learn. I can learn to make a clockwork body. I have patience.
You don't.
You don't know me.
I thought you said I posed for your family.
I never said you were my family. Well, no, I did, didn't I?
Posed for your family's worship of me.
They're not I don't like you.
Which is it? Did you lie to him or did you lie to me?
No, I get confused. I don't. Things changed when he died.
So many fucking excuses, Galen.
Don't.
Be true to yourself or no one else.
I'm not talking to you anymore. I can't feel
doubt
my
that.
hands. I can't feel my face. I just want Kyria. And I don't want you here when she's here. It's private.
I'm no voyeur.
No. You're worse. You're a tormentor.
I am who I am.
He will kill you.
He won't.
He will.
He's weaker than his grandfather ever was.
No. He's stronger.
I've watched him fight with my guards. He's weaker.
There's more than one kind of strength.
Or are you speaking of his resolve?
I'm speaking of his heart.
I know that too. You don't, though.
You presume too much.
So do you.
He'll be getting Kyria and bringing her back to me soon. You're dismissed, Lord of Helios.
I leave when I want.
You leave when I tell you.
Who's there?
It's me.
Explains why your door is locked, then. Right. Come on in, then.
Thank you.
Did you sneak out?
I did. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. Galen is extremely unwell. He's bleeding and he can't
What?
feel his body, and he's speaking in all sorts of riddles, and he thought I was my brother at one point.
What happened?
I don't know, but he requested you, and you should go to him.
Okay.
Where did you go?
I went to go see the accountant.
But why?
I'm just trying to keep us all safe.
Well, creeping around outside after dark is not...
It wasn't creeping. I just
Well,
know
you
it's time
have
sensitive.
a cloak on and you snuck out of the window.
Okay, well, I guess I was creeping a little bit. I just know it's time sensitive, and I know everyone's emotions are really high, and people are making decisions.
Well, isn't this a decision?
Yes. A reaction, more like. I actually didn't make any decision. I just got some more information. The more information we have, the better, right?
I'm rather concerned that everybody dancing around everybody is creating little more than a spider's web, and we're all going to trip.
You're probably right.
You should go and see Galen.
Yeah.
And we should discuss things as a group later on. Did
I will,
you see
okay?
Loesch?
I didn't see...
Skyles?
I didn't know. And they're not back yet, I assume?
No.
Well,
I shall lock the door. Please call for me if you need my help up there.
okay. I won't.
My goodness.
Galen?
Kyria?
Yes? Are you alright? Can I come in?
I need... Please. Please
What's
do.
going on? Oh, Jesus, look at you.
I can't feel my body.
What do I do?
I need you.
What?
Kyria.
What did you do? How did this happen?
It's just been a lot.
What's been a lot?
Everything.
Specifically, What have you done? I know you only get like this when you've done something. What did you do?
Could you close the door?
What did you do?
Would you close the door, please? He's
Fine.
listening.
Who's listening?
Him.
Dimples? He's fine. He's
No,
guarding the door.
no. Him.
Skyles isn't even here right now.
No. Oh, that's good. That's good. The Lord of Helios. Or a spirit who says he is.
What?
Come. Skyles will be safe.
You're
I've protected
scaring
him.
me.
I will
Do you
anything
trust
for
him,
you.
Kyria?
What do you mean?
What I said.
What do you mean, Galen?
I would do anything for you.
Anything he would do for you. Like kill someone that you love.
So, Skylar should be safe. He'll return to you soon, I assume, or whenever he's done. But
Is that why you're like this?
oh, that's just one little drop.
Were you protecting him? Do you know what happened
course.
to him? Do you know where he is?
No, I assume he went to the bakery.
But he's okay?
Well, I certainly hope so.
What do you mean? 10 seconds ago you were quite sure.
Well, these things. You send a spirit out to protect someone and you wait until they return. But he's not alone.
Who's
He
not
has
alone?
protection. Skylas.
Because of this spirit you sent out?
Yes.
This spirit pretending to be Lord Helios?
No, I would never send him. He's just my own torture. But I sent out
Galen.
a spirit to protect. Yes?
I'm so sorry, but you've reminded me.
What is it? Kyria? Please.
Don't talk. I'm not talking to her, and you're
No.
not talking to her.
Kyria?
You have to speak to me. I don't know what's going on.
Something's happening.
What is
Galen.
happening?
I'd like you to take 3 harm.
What is happening? Galen!
Kyria, you see blood dripping and gushing out of his mouth.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
As though he has internal bleeding.
Oh, my God.
You see where his gut is.
What's happened?
There are slash
bleeding. I don't know what
marks
to do.
that weren't there before.
Right, I think.
He's cut. He's wounded. What happened?
Yes, I believe we have to apply pressure. Do you have a
Get my dress in the other room. Get my dress in the other room.
Yes.
Are
right.
there claw
Galen, what do I do?
wounds? He's been gored, slashed. Did he go see the werewolves?
I'll work for you. Please help me. Please help me.
It's fine.
Please help me. Please help me.
It's fine.
Kyria,
I'm being
you are
punished.
alone now. Galen is not in this room anymore. Césaire is gone. Galen, I know you are wounded, but you may blank out your screen now, if you have the ability to do so. Kyria, you're in a chair, in a familiar study. You know who's in front of you. And he's grinning. Sign on the dotted line. And the book is pushed toward you.
All of them.
All of them?
But it's just me that has to serve you, right?
That was the deal.
Then I reach over and sign.
You feel a searing pain on the side of your neck. Welcome to Helios. And you're in front of Galen, unconscious, but the wound is gone.
Galen? Galen? I'll just hold him
Your dress.
and cry. I got it. I got it.
Is he?
He's gonna be
The
okay.
blood's gone. Is there? Just a
Oh, what did you do?
light drying at the lips.
I did what I had to do.
How can you... He had a terrible wound across his stomach. What? Is this magic? Do you know how to heal?
I asked the accountant for help.
What?
And that's where we'll take our break. Thank you everybody so much for being here today. We're gonna take a 3 to 5. Check out those wonderful trailers. There's a new trailer for a new show called Root, which is far more wholesome than this. As well as Spellwind, which had its first episode last Wednesday, which is very good and I don't know if I'd call it wholesome, but it's very good and also run by one of our players, and we have a few crossover players as well. Enjoy your break, get a drink, hydrate, do what you need to do. Because this story is far from done. Devotees, there is so much happening right now. You know, I was called the GM of Consequences for a while, but I think I like my new title better. Don't you agree? The Lord of Helios. I think it fits better, right? And I think today is finally the time where our adventurers understand the gravity of the situation. To call it like the kids do, they fucked around and then they found out. I don't like being doubted. I like giving doubts. Because I don't like people sitting in a singular mindset. I don't like assumptions. And that is all they've done. Skyles.
Aye.
You're on a rooftop, if I'm not mistaken.
I am.
You got out of that.
I got out of that.
I don't know why I'd assume you'd offer more information. My apologies there. That was an assumption of my own. What? What are you even thinking after all of that? You think you should have gotten out of it?
It's a whir, really. I don't know if it was a good idea to leave. There's a part of me where I'm making my trek back, where it worked perfectly. I could retrace my steps back, And as the woman was looking out the door, I could have snuck up behind her with an arrow, pressed against her neck, and I could have asked for her own blood, or Kyria's.
You could have.
Do that.
You didn't. Why not?
I think at the moment I was feeling fear. Paralyzed, emotion and survival usually is
A
what
brief
death is on the knife edge, but sometimes it cuts too short, and I wasn't ready. Didn't fit me then. It's constrictive. Couldn't breathe.
There's a brief flash when you think of couldn't breathe. Of you imagining, viscerally imagining, you stepping out that door after the arrow flies and raking across your chest and seeing yourself react and hold in your intestines. And for a moment you feel a flash of pain. And then it's gone. You must have just imagined it. That sense of calming, though, you had before in the room. It's gone. But I think you see Loesch walking across the street.
Good.
As the fireworks begin to dim from the parade's rehearsal.
That must mean I'm close. I think dancing in the smoke of the fireworks, hanging off the rooftops, I make my way back. Seeing Loesch is a good sign that I'm close. I don't interact. I don't
Close to
show a
what?
sign. Close to our hideout.
All right.
I make my way towards the courtyard. I don't drop off of the roofs just yet. I walk across the partition of the noble district and ours. And I look down. I think I see Césaire. Maybe patrolling or...
You don't see him at all, actually. My apologies to correct you, but
It's all right.
the door on the outside is empty but shut. I'm curious, you said the partition, you mean the wall between the slums and the noble district, yes?
Aye.
Are you trying to stay hidden from the guards and the patrol? I know it's night, but they do patrol.
Right, but they would patrol that.
Right.
Well, it's either that, or I'm gonna have to take a long route by going down the flag, and I'm gonna go past the Gag and Dragon.
All right.
That is probably the safest. There's a
You
moment
drop
where
down then. It's not up against the partition between the noble and the slums, but you make the long way around then.
Right.
Right. You can do that. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You're skilled enough and frankly may have stressed yourself out enough.
Thanks.
I wouldn't
I'll
thank
make my
me,
way.
but you're welcome.
I'll make my way towards the courtyard. I'll notice that Césaire isn't there. I'll drop down the side close to Kyria's viewport, whether it is her window or what we would call a window.
Ah, you peer into the window. She's not there. The window was shut, but not latched. How often do you check her window, Skyles?
It's the first time. I don't think he'd actually look. I think he would knock on the side. She could be working.
Well, no answer, so she might be.
Right. I think he'll make his way to the front and enter through the main door.
Césaire, you feel a thump against the back of your chair that you've set up.
Who's there?
It's me,
Who's me?
Skyles.
What's the password?
Open the fucking door.
Right, it is you. Hold on. welcome back. Did you
Where's Kyria?
complete your... What?
Where's Kyria?
She's upstairs, probably.
Right.
He's gonna push past you.
Did you get it?
Yeah, yes.
Good. Well done.
Hey.
What a lie.
Did you find Loesch?
She's on her way back.
Okay. She went with you.
No. Yes.
Right. Yes? Okay, well, be careful not to disturb Galen. He's unwell.
Fine. Upstairs, you said?
Yes.
Right.
The door is shut, Skyles. You don't hear anything, which you usually hear some things when you're listening in.
I think I take off my ring on my small finger and I slide it under the door. And I wait.
Kyria ring slides under the door and plops itself near you in your chair as you're watching over Galen.
I take my ring off my pinky and put it on my ring hand. Skyles, you can come in.
Hey, you alright?
Not really.
What's the matter?
Something happened with Galen. Just cuts erupted all over him and blood just started gushing out, and I don't know what he did, but I think he was trying to help you.
Trying to help? Oh.
And for a moment, I think he kind of puts his hand reactively towards where the cuts were on his gut.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm a little stirred up, but I'm alright.
Lots of help, Kyria.
What? I don't understand.
What? I couldn't get the blood. I couldn't get your blood back, I'm sorry.
What? No, that's fine. She pricked my finger. There wasn't anything we could do. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Sorry.
I was stuck.
Right. So was I.
What do you mean?
Loesch came with me. She was there. She did her best to distract them, so I could get in the back. I did. And then I can't remember what happened, but I woke up in the back room. Blood pooling on the table.
I'm so sorry. Skyles. Can you pause there for a second? I'd like the atmosphere to reflect what we're talking about a little better. Better. Continue, Skyles. You were alone in a room.
Of course. I was alone in a room. White blood pooling on the table. I don't know, it looked like it was lapped up. I heard Loesch still in the entryway. I was able to make my way out. So was Loesch. Loesch should be on her way back here.
But before I made my way out, I was caught by the werewolves.
What?
And they slashed me open.
What's he saying?
He's saying that before he could get out, the werewolf slashed him. Galen, are you awake?
But I knew I had to come back to here.
That's not Galen, that's you.
consequences.
We should probably leave him to rest, right?
I have to tell you something.
Of course.
Galen, I'm just gonna be in the next room.
Can't hear you.
Shut up. If you need anything, you just call for me, okay?
Come on. What is it?
I'm afraid I made a very big mistake.
Like what?
You and Loesch left, and I knew you were going. And I was worried about you, so I snuck out. I went to the accountant, and I asked him for help in keeping everyone safe. I didn't take it right away. I didn't. The exchange was too much.
What an interesting brand of a three-headed dog she has on her neck. Skyles.
Kia.
I had no choice. Galen just erupted in cuts, and then I thought you were gonna be next, and then
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. I kind of like it.
What?
The
You
mark
don't know
on your
what you're
neck.
saying. You don't know what you're saying.
Of course I do.
We can be together.
Of course.
I love you.
I love you.
My devotees, I did not expect that. This may be the first true statement we've heard over the last few weeks. Oh, but her deal was not him living forever, was it? Oh. I'd say I'm sad for them, but they made this bed and they get to lie in it. So, let's move forward a little bit. To the afternoon, 2 days from now. Galen has awoken. Loesch has returned from her distraction. Kyria has calmed herself. Perhaps with a night of passion, perhaps not. I don't kiss and tell. I don't believe she does either. Well, she's got a lot of tells, but that's from knowing her for a while. Skyles seems a little happier than normal. And Césaire is conflicted as always. 'Tis the day of the parade. Well advertised. Well loved by the citizens. In a few hours, there will be the parade, the ceremony of citizenship, which happens twice a year in Helios. All those branded must show up and pay homage to their great lord, and I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about the one I serve. You better be there if you're branded. Else, you're a known heretic. If you're not branded, well, I leave that up to you. No one has visited the dead ends yet. But I'd say you all are having a lovely lunch. Unless you're elsewhere. As I do not like to dictate where you are.
I quite enjoy lunch. It's always been, well, some people might call it breakfast if it's your first meal, but I always find that having breakfast around noon is quite civilized.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Well, I wouldn't say 100% better. I still have a bit of a... Perhaps later we can...
Sure.
Oh, you mean
May I
from
ask
the...
you a personal question?
Loesch, my dearest. I assume you're wanting to ask a personal question of your sister.
No, of you, in fact. I was wondering if you'll ever get back to 100%, or if this is something permanent.
No. There are ways to get back to 100%. We're a bit busy at the moment.
Are you not an open vessel now?
I am still in this vessel. Though
You
it's hard
are,
to
but
stay
should we
rooted.
work to fight others from consuming your vessel? From what I hear, what happened to you wasn't exactly mild.
It was a choice that I made. I didn't know it would work out that way, but it did.
I reach over and I just take your hand and I squeeze it because I know you saved his life, and I'm very grateful.
Nice squeeze back.
So you had never done this before?
Oh, no. I'd been studying. I knew it was possible, and I was successful in the end.
I'm proud of you. You seem to be growing in terms of who you are and your powers.
Thank you.
Speaking of decisions, I think we all need to make one together. I look over at Cesare. Right?
What?
We need to make a decision together. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, in order to do that, I feel like we should have all the information. Right? Can't make a decision without all of the information.
Yes.
All right. Then I'm going to say this as plainly as possible. I sold my life and death to the accountant for our safety.
Excuse me, what?
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
Galen, you were bleeding. I had no idea what to do. You were going to die.
What does that mean, you sold your life and death?
That means I work for the accountant now. And forever, probably.
Let me see your brand. Oh,
It's
fresh. Should put something
slightly
on that.
different than yours, Loesch. It is still the three-headed dog, but you'll note that there's a collar around it.
Kyria, you know that I can always be placed in a new vessel. The death of this body is not consequential. You did not need to do that.
It was for everyone. Not just you.
Does that mean we work for the accountant
No,
now?
you're fine. You're free.
It means she cannot leave the city, Cesare.
It also means that her spirit will be captured and not allowed to pass.
So we have to do all this again at some point.
No. No.
Well,
I made my choice. I'm quite happy with it, actually.
that's...
I'm not.
What
Neither
does
am I.
working for the accountant
Neither am I.
entail, sister?
I don't know.
Excellent.
But if we're to
Well, I
work with
think
the
we should
dead
set up a
ends...
meeting with him. I'm so sorry, brother. What was that?
Would that not make Kyria our own enemy?
No.
Would it, Kyria?
The dead ends and the lunar bites appear to be in league with one another, and we're going to be
No.
falling in with the dead end. Wretch has a...
Yes, no, I wasn't able to quite explain this to you a few days ago. I wasn't in my right sense. Dimples.
Are you today?
Well, not yet, but Dimples, what is going to happen is that I will fulfill the contract that Kyria made. And...
Well, you don't need to now. That's what I'm saying. You can keep your contract. I kept mine.
No, your contract with the Lunar Bite was to deceive the dead ends. And
That's right. But I don't
still
have
must
to
be
do
done.
that anymore. No, it doesn't. I work for the accountant now, and I'm under his protection. The only thing I had to do was what he asked of me. And I did that. And more. Which I'm sure is exactly what he wanted all along.
Absolutely.
Sister, does she know?
No. At least I hope not.
She will kill you.
Oh, she can try. I'm out from under her thumb now.
I'm not saying she would succeed, but this could be quite a dilemma for us on our next meeting with her.
I
That's all I'm
won't be
saying.
seeing her again. I don't think you understand.
Elaborate
she?
for me.
I belong to the accountant now, your mother.
Oh. Why on earth would she try and kill Kyria?
Because I work for someone else now.
Her property was stolen, if not Kyria, the accountant, but the accountant seems an adversary she wouldn't exactly go against. Doesn't seem worth her time.
Don't call her that.
Kyria, I do not feel comfortable saying this in front of everyone, but I shall. All you've wanted since I've known you has been freedom. And I have always tried to help give you that if I could. My way of doing it was usually something small, like a birthday party. We share the same birthday, after all. And I thought that helping the Bang Gang achieve their goals would help you get that freedom. And you say now that you will not have it, not just now, but also for eternity.
I have a different freedom I didn't have before. And 30 or 40 years of that freedom is worth it to me.
But it is eternity. You sit in life and in death.
I don't care.
Skyles does.
Apologies.
I'm sorry.
I had no choice. He would have killed every single one of you. What was I gonna do? Just let you bleed out?
Yes. Yes.
And what about Césaire? Just let him bleed out?
I've taken no injury. It seems that you are often manipulated against your will to do things, Kyria.
Calling the kettle black.
Someone once said something to me. A wise man.
Was it shut up?
No. He said that a contract made under duress is not an honorable contract. And Galen looks directly at Césaire when he says that.
Yes, I agree with him.
It was you who said that, Césaire.
Right. Oh. Well, then I stand by what I said. It's no contract whatsoever. How do we break a contract like this?
With a demon.
You don't.
Well, I don't accept that. There has to be a way. There's always another way. Kill them?
Hey. Right?
Would that work?
I would assume.
Galen?
I would like to be listened to, please, now. Because I asked you not to go. And you did it anyway. And I am fine with this decision if it keeps everyone safe. Do not decide for me. Please.
Mistress Kyria, how may I be of service to you?
I guess we have to fulfill your contract.
That will bring trouble from the lunar bites.
Well, what do you want to do?
I'll talk to him.
I think we should all meet with him. Have a nice sit down about the stipulations of your contract.
There are no stipulations, Kyria.
I want to know how much control this accountant has of my sister.
All of it. You know. It's in your soul now.
I don't know, he said, could be anything from collecting information to accompanying him to a party. Either way, it was my decision. And I made it.
If you could get out of it in a way that would not put us at harm, would you?
I don't know.
Lord of Helios, are you there?
Oh, no. What are you doing?
Excuse me, I'm asking a question. It's a
Yes, Galen.
Ah, you are here. Good. Or
He's actually
always.
talking to someone, or is this all in his head?
claims to
No,
be.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
All right.
I have one question for you.
I have an answer whether or not it's what you like.
Oh. It's a hypothetical.
Mm.
As I eat this, what is this?
It's
Eggs.
gruel. It's oats.
Oh.
They've been giving you bare
Oh.
sustenance because you keep throwing it up.
I made
Yes,
it. Eat it.
Yes, it's delicious. I know that you have some sort of thing. You have a lord that you care very much about, who hates the undead and
He really does think he's talking to people.
that hates spirits being stolen. How would you feel about someone here in the city, no names of course, who was stealing spirits from your lord? How would you feel about that? Would you like it? Would you dislike it? I imagine you wouldn't like it, would you?
I'd have them in a dungeon for over 100 years, suffering.
But you don't like the undead because those spirits are not sent on to your lord. If someone were making deals to take spirits away and hold them so they cannot go to your
Is he
lord,
going to make a deal right now?
would that
Listen.
not upset you?
They tried that once. And now they suffer for eternity.
Interesting.
Would
Thank
you
you.
like to join them?
No, I'm
getting
busy at the
stronger.
moment. Thank you.
I have plans for you, Galen.
Lovely. I hope your lunch is fair. Lord,
My lunch is exquisite.
I imagine it is. Perhaps one day we'll share a table.
He's talking about lunch. Is he hungry?
I might share it with your final act tree.
Did he vomit?
Yes, I'm done with you.
I'm
Pardon me,
never
I was-
done with you.
You are done with me. I'm sorry I was interrupted
We
a
are
little
done with you,
Good luck, Galen.
bit. Good luck,
I
Lord of Helios.
suppose.
Pardon me, I was...
Sister, may I speak with you in the other room or upstairs or something?
Loesch, everyone, I had an idea. I wanted to confirm it.
In a moment, of course.
It is a... How shall we say this? Something for... to just put in our books. Nothing to act upon now. But you know the
Because
Lord...
we don't have enough on our plates.
Loesch, you will want to hear what I'm going to say.
Carry on.
You especially will. The Lord of Helios is a cleric to Hades, in control of the underworld. And as we know, he has made necromancy illegal because he finds it offensive to his lord. Necromancers keeping spirits that should rightly belong to the Lord of the underworld here on this place. I asked him, what would you do, hypothetically, if you knew someone was taking spirits and holding them that would belong to Hades? He said, besides threatening me, of course. Am I bleeding?
A little bit
Are you
here.
bleeding?
Oh,
Is
so
that
thank
why
you.
you're wearing glasses?
Thank
You're
you.
just bleeding now.
That he would have such a person in his dungeon for 100 years. It is not something to speak of now, but to think on only that deal you made, Kyria, where you pledged not only your life but your death to the accountant, would seem to me to be an offense against the great Lord of Helios, because it takes your spirit out of the underworld for eternity and gives it to him, which I can't
You are
imagine.
a clever one, aren't you?
But I can't imagine.
Oh, he's completely correct, sister.
Yes, but how do
That's
we know that
theft
the
from a god?
how do we know the accountant doesn't have permission or work for?
You should know if you're as connected as I feel you are.
I don't know.
We don't know yet. I would think of this as a long term.
I like it a lot, though. It leaves wiggle room.
Yes. Sometimes allies or brokerage. The Lord of Helios is corrupt. He makes deals with the accountant, but I can't imagine he knows everything the accountant does. Perhaps he has permission, perhaps he doesn't. But there may be wiggle room, as Elosh says, to sow discord between our enemies. Not now, because, Kyria, I respect your choices and your agency, but I want you to know there may be other options. With study, with Skyles' keen eye, the silver tongue of Loesch, your... everything, Lady Kyria, and Cesare, your heart. There may be a way out of this yet. We have time, we can wait. He thinks I have no patience.
You aren't a very patient person, Galen, let's be real.
He's very patient.
I have yet to see these sides.
You have yet to know his desire.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm
Other
very
than-
patient too.
You may be, but you will not get them.
Is he he's
I already have them.
You don't have them.
talking again.
Look at the brands.
A
Just
brand
really
to
come
a
upstairs
city
with me,
ruled by
please.
you doesn't count if you're dead.
Need to speak.
I'm very much alive.
For now. For now.
For now, what? Galen, can you just please help us with what you were speaking about?
What? Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Every time you do it, you begin bleeding. That is not my definition of fine.
They think you're unreliable.
I'm not unreliable.
No one
Did you make
said
a
you're
deal
not
you're not telling us
reliable.
about?
Galen, no one's thinking that.
Don't listen to me.
It's a bloody nose. It's okay. It doesn't mean you're not reliable.
Don't listen to me, Galen.
This isn't something to do with the dead ends, is it?
No.
Are you sure? They seem very powerful. They have standing in this city. And
Well-
you talking to yourself and bleeding from every visible orifice. What else is going wrong with you right now?
Everything.
You're so pale.
I know. It happens when I get very stressed.
I've
But it's
never
going to be
seen
a
you
lovely
this
day.
stressed.
There's a parade.
A parade for me.
So that's it then. Right? I mean, we can make a decision now that we have all the information. Take all of the promises I made out of the equation because they don't matter anymore. You don't have to deliver on any of those. I was the one that made them and I'm just take it out of the equation. You can keep your promise.
You know that's
Galen.
not how things work.
It is how things work. I gave my life and death for it to work this way.
You don't
How much
nullify
protection?
a deal with that.
I'm sorry, did I make it so it was hard for you to
Yes.
hear her, Kyria?
Yes. I'm sorry, what, Loesch?
Did you... What is happening? Did you all get in the cupboard in the front? I thought I put a lock on it.
What are you talking about?
You're all talking to the air.
Oh, you're not.
I'm talking to you.
I'm talking mostly to you. Sometimes to him.
Mostly to me.
Not mostly to you.
I beg to differ.
You always do.
I don't believe you making a deal with an accountant, or the accountant, as this pretentious person has claimed to call themselves, nullifies another deal with another party. As
Oh, you mean
Galen
you.
Has so taken.
You mean you.
She does.
I'm sorry.
You mean the deal I made with you.
I'm not a god. I can't make people bleed by talking to me in the air.
Is she lying? Does she care about me or does she care about me helping her?
Ooh.
Oh, Loesch. Let me peek into your mind for just a moment as the rest watch. Because dear
Where is
Kyria knows all lies spoken to her. It's very specific. Lies told to her. Correct, Kyria?
No, I can tell when someone's lying, period. That's what the sheet says.
Then that's what we'll go with. I just wanted to confirm that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Loesch,
Yes.
do you really care about your sister?
I would say
Be plain. Don't dance words with me. It doesn't work.
I would never dance with you. Touching's not my favorite.
Still a dodge. Be plain. Do you care about your sister?
I cannot live without her.
Another dodge.
That
Do
that
you
is a dodge.
care about your sister? She'll know.
Do you care about me, or do you care what I can do for you? Answer the question.
She'll know, Loesch. Better not lie.
I don't want her to know.
She'll know anyway, just as I do.
I know already. That was enough.
I care about you.
She
But
doesn't
if
care
anyone
about you.
knows that, they can use you against me.
Is that really caring about you, Kyria? Or is that for her own benefit? Sorry, Loesch. You walked into that one of your own accord.
I don't do anything on accident.
This is perhaps a bit morbid, but we have an eternity to solve my problem.
You have an eternity to solve your problem.
I have an eternity to solve my problem.
Lady Kyria, you certainly won't solve this problem without me. I mean, you might, but I'll be tagging along.
But in the meantime, we can focus on other things.
Oh, really?
Well, yes. I got
You
in
could
a
focus
sticky
on
situation.
Skyles. Skyles, you've been very quiet. How are you doing
Fine.
with all this new information?
It's not my information.
I told him last night.
Skyles.
Galen,
Something's wrong with your face.
you're looking at
Loesch,
it.
do you see it? Look at his mouth. The corners. I think
What
he
is
might be
that?
smiling. Is that just there for a moment? A flash?
Galen. Apologies for cutting into your dance of words. I think you need to survey this.
I shall.
He doesn't seem to be very upset about my sister's recent condition, does he?
Although I must say, really, this is the sort of thing that you study. It's, you study a person to gather information about them, get a deeper understanding.
I may have been trying to misdirect you.
You usually do.
Yes, you may study. Skyles.
Controlled.
No. Standard. If not, no. Desperate. You just have dealt with a serious mental and physical stress, have you not?
I'm fine.
He's
Don't lie to
keep
me.
saying that.
What is my effect?
Desperate.
I s-
Greater if you can do it.
Oh,
If.
Can I help him?
Gods know.
Why not? He knows my body language. I'd be able to give him information.
How are you helping him, Kyria?
That's just that. He knows me very well.
He's looking at Skyles, not you.
I've seen them both. At the
I'm not
All
saying no, I
morning
just
he's
want to
seen
know
me.
how.
Yeah, I'd say that he knows me very well, and he knows my behavior towards Skyles, and Skyles is acting funny, and he can put two and two together. or use it as evidence, potentially. I understand that I take consequences if he fails.
As long as you understand. You may gain an additional die, Galen.
You have to stop doing this, Galen. Every time I try to help you, we're gonna be in trouble. Over something as simple as a smile.
Partial.
Success with consequences.
Told you.
Galen,
They have been intimate. To what degree you don't know. That could be an expression, could be more. You don't know. And that is your consequence, Galen.
Galen.
Kyria, your consequence is the same. You know he knows something.
But not what?
But not what.
Okay.
Galen.
Yes.
Stop.
Interesting.
No. Not interesting. Stop. You read the books. I'll study. If I'm off to do something, I'll do it myself. I don't need you. I don't need you to tell me what I'm feeling. I don't need you to look at me. And I don't need you to tell me what I'm thinking. I can do it myself. Just because you don't know doesn't mean you're right.
You can't stop me from studying you, Skyles.
The next time you interfere with anything that I'm doing out there, I'll make sure you stay bleeding.
What? He saved your life. He saved your life.
I know. I don't need him to save my life anymore. I could have handled it.
Ooh.
You couldn't.
Kyria,
That's what.
all he has been
eats
doing
you.
has been telling shut up. He's been telling me what I've been feeling. All he has been doing is trying to tell me what I should say and what I should do. I'm not being paid by you, Galen. Mind your business.
You are my business.
I will kill you. And then you will just be left for dead. And no one will be here to raise you. Like you keep talking about. No one's gonna wake you. You will just be another body. And maybe that vessel will be given to someone as flowers.
My friend, if you kill me, and I mean this in the most humorous way possible,
It'll be
not
easy.
at all as a threat, I will haunt you.
Fine.
Your soul is mine.
And perhaps I'll even have the ability to possess, and then I'll possess your body. Won't that be fun?
So
No.
many lies.
Nobody's killing anybody, right? We're just gonna calm down now.
Galen,
Nobody died. Nobody's killing anybody.
Loesch.
I'm curious. Does your lord take questions well from you, or is it more of a one-sided conversation?
Oh, well, he's not my lord.
Oh, it seems I am, though, Galen.
He likes to torment and taunt me because that's what he does for fun, and he thinks he's winning. But this
I am winning.
Chess.
Galen,
Yes.
would your, or, I mean, let's be real, your lord, you're bleeding out of everything, find it fun to mix up a little chaos with the accountant by chance? Give him a few bad days.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Did you hear that?
Good luck. He's bound to me. You know this.
Yes, and
Unless you didn't listen.
No, I listened. You know, it's so funny that you mentioned people bound to you and loyal to you. It seems you don't have a good track record with keeping those who you think you control loyal.
I never bound my lords to me.
Oh, I see.
That
Yeah.
was my mistake. And now,
You fixed your mistake.
the one mistake. Brahm is loyal. Tal was loyal. The accountant is loyal.
Ah, yes, I see. Loesch,
Yes.
our great lord of Helios is completely 100% secure in the fact that his people are absolutely loyal, despite previous lords betraying him. He now has fixed it completely. And I think that sort of hubris, well, I mean, he has to tell himself that, or else I don't know how he could survive.
Galen, would
as
you like to be in the
isolated as he
dungeons?
is. Oh,
I'm
I'd
sorry,
like to see you try to
hubris.
put
I
me in
just
the
wanted to have some
dungeons.
fun.
And after all, if you sent me to the dungeons, perhaps
Galen,
I'd make
roll
you
a
friend.
sway.
Galen, you seem stressed. You don't have to ask him this if it's difficult.
Would you like to try to sway me, Galen?
I'm more trying to irritate you, because I find that
Well,
amusing.
sway me into irritation.
I will try. I imagine this is not controlled, either risky or
Oh,
desperate.
fuck no, it's desperate.
Yes, indeed.
All of you can go away at the moment.
Effect?
Limited.
I thought so. As much. Yes.
Don't fail. Would you like to stress yourself out or make a devil's deal?
I would like to take a devil's bargain. For I
What
can't
do you
take no
propose?
Stress. For the extra die, I propose that our good Lord is able to impact a number of die rolls of mine in the future.
What is that number, Galen?
I feel that number would be best chosen by you. That you may mess with my probabilities, my concentration.
Sorry. Yes.
Yes. I think you're quite distracting.
Would you like me to be quiet, Galen?
I want you to remain listening and be yourself distracted, is what I wish. A
Well.
failure.
Oh, that is. But because of your devil's bargain, one,
Oh, I get one
you
more
did
die, do I
not. You get one more.
Yes.
And I'm going to affect your next 3.
If I fail.
That wasn't part of the deal.
Ah,
You get
yeah, I...
that. But your next 3 will have 1 extra dice. Please make note of this, because that extra dice will subtract from your highest.
Yes.
Pray you roll low. Or maybe don't pray to my lord.
You know, our good Lord of Helios, I look forward to the time when we are having lunch together.
All you have to do is ask. But I can't guarantee you'll leave.
You will not harm my friends.
I already have. I'd like to let you know that you suffer a serious consequence from your failures in this bargain, Galen. But I'll give you a choice. Does that seem fair, or would you like me to dictate it?
I do love choices. Silk or satin?
You'll re-suffer the harm you took before? Or you will suffer the consequences via the dead ends.
The dead ends is as much about Césaire as it is about me. I will not have him suffer. You can harm me if you think that will amuse you. I ask one thing, though.
We'll see if I grant it.
That you wait until after lunch.
What will you give me for that?
Nothing.
And you take the harm now. Because your failure is now.
I see.
Unless you'd like to give me something else. Ask a favor, give something in return. You know how it works, Galen.
You're not very giving.
I am lawful.
Yes, but laws made by you. It's a good loophole, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
You chose here. You knew the laws beforehand. This is your doing. Do not blame me, Galen.
You and I are in a dance. It's both the follower and the lead.
And I'm leading.
For the moment. Here it comes. Loesch, don't be worried. I have to go. I have to go now. To my room. I need to rest. I need to take...
3 harm now.
You want me to follow you? I could oh my... Seriously, I can
Galen.
come with you. Someone get him a new rag. That one is as red as what's coming out of him. I'm taking you to your room right now.
I need... rest. It's fine. I can't breathe. I'll be all right. No more
Somebody help him.
sacrifices.
I'll help him.
I have
do we
my arm
do?
under his shoulder. Someone help me get him to the room. I don't know. Give him somewhere to lay. He's about to topple over.
Come on.
He has wounds. You have to
Yes,
staunch these wounds.
Yes,
What?
please get a blanket or a towelette or anything.
I'm already
Oh my God.
pulling him away. Come with me.
now.
Come with me now.
Galen, walk, Galen, up the stairs. Come on.
I don't understand. There's the same wounds as before.
How did this happen?
I
I'm
don't.
not sure.
What has happened? We made an agreement.
Clotting agent in the front. I'm getting it right now. Are you allergic? Is he allergic to anything? I don't.
Is it the gruel?
What is it?
Was it the gruel?
No, this is...
Kyria, he made his choice.
My-
Protection doesn't come to those who choose harm.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Come on, upstairs. No, you're...
Is this a result of your deal,
rest.
Kyria?
You have to
I don't
rest.
think so.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
How did this
It's
happen?
not fine. You're throwing up blood all over me.
I'm
Come on.
sorry.
How do we
Don't
stop it?
apologize.
I just need, perhaps a doctor or rest. I have
Then you're not
large
fine.
gashes. Oh, my entrails. That's what they look like.
Oh
Isn't that
my
funny?
God. Oh my God.
I'm going to lay down. Oh, Loesch, you're carrying me. That's nice.
You do not hear coherent words from Galen.
what the-
It's mumbling. He thinks he's coherent. That's a lot of blood.
This is a lot of blood.
Galen,
I think we need. I can't do this. I'm not
Try
a
this.
doctor. Okay.
Galen.
Are there doctors in the town?
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
Where?
Do I just put pressure on that side, not put pressure on this side?
So many doctors.
should not put
Would you
pressure
like
on
to
them.
find one at 2 a.m.?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, this was lunchtime. My mistake.
Skyles, please go get a doctor. Please.
Fine. Galen, I swear to Hades if you haunt me.
He's not gonna haunt you because he's not gonna die, right, Galen?
Don't fuck with me anymore, Galen. Oh, my sweet, sweet adventurers. Is there anything else you're doing, Césaire? Kyria? Loge?
I'm currently in the front trying to gather some bandages or something, and honestly, I'm trying to rig something up to bind his mouth so he can't speak to whatever is hurting him anymore, because I don't know how else to stop it.
A simple rag would probably do just that.
Excellent. I'm looking for one that's clean.
I don't
You
understand.
can find one as you wish. But what, Kyria? Do you not understand what?
I was talking to Césaire.
Oh, continue. My apologies.
I don't understand. I made a deal. I don't understand how this has happened.
You could ask who you made a deal with.
It is as you said before. This city is a terrible place.
But I just sell my soul for nothing.
Possibly. And we shall find a way to return it to you.
Did you do this? Now I'm talking to you.
Thank you for specifying. I didn't wish to interrupt. Galen did this. I'm not lying, by the way.
I know.
He's a fool. Don't trifle with things you can't mess with.
Don't trifle
Does he
with
have a
what
mark?
is not yours. What? I'm sorry.
Does he have a mark like yours?
I don't think so, no. I can't really lift my hands up off of his gut, or I'm afraid it might spill out.
What could harm him? Invisibility?
I think he was right.
What?
I think he's speaking to who he says he's speaking to.
Yes, I know. I never doubted it.
Are
He
you
speaks to
angry?
Me?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Are you lying?
No, I think I'm frustrated. And a little confused.
I have to tell you something.
Yes?
Does your mother know you're here?
And I think that's where we're gonna end the episode.
Oh, you bastard!
How could you do this? Right.
I'm sorry, it was too delicious to say no to that.
Yep.
I very much enjoy you devotees saying "fuck you, Dan."
Dan will remember that.
Perfect.
Stop pushing him any further, chat.
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah, please. We'll die
Stop
because of what
winding
you're
him
doing.
up. To be fair, I
would-
did type
they want
"bastard Dan" in the chat
Yeah.
earlier on. So.
True.
I totally didn't make note of that.
This is like, you were like, it's my new GM name, and I was like, what, bastard Dan? You're evil. It's,
Yeah.
this is just like a weird, twisted, bizarro Dan,
I love it. I'm gonna be honest.
who I will refer to for the remainder of this campaign as Bastard Dan.
I think every campaign I've ever done with you, Dan, you usually end up kind of like a sad character. So, like, watching you smile is very unsettling.
Can I say
You know what?
something?
He
Dan?
gets to actually be scary and evil and not twist it around and be like, but actually I'm a good guy.
guy,
It was
yeah.
just a misunderstanding. And this time it's like, no, I think he is just Bastard Dan.
I gotta say something to you, Dan.
Please, let you. I allow it.
Somehow, I'm playing Theo. And now you're the GM. And I didn't realize it until this fucking episode. And I went, I just sold my life and death for. Oh, no!
I was hoping you'd make that deal.
This is
Yeah,
a
that
haunted
was,
cast. I quit.
What does it feel like to be on the other side, Kyria? And you will start with your end of session. Oh, it feels sad.
Yeah.
I totally didn't have a breakdown
Yeah.
once because
I
of
was
that.
just going to say that, but I was like, I don't want to reveal that if you haven't told the
you
world
were
that.
you were there for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So
yeah,
was
but-
most of my community. But you get to have it now.
I understand now. I understand why now.
I don't know what we're talking about.
This is definitely not payback from Nocturne and Ungodly. I would never do that.
Okay.
Remember when you were like in that teaser, Kyria, you said you wouldn't kill me, right, Dan?
Yeah.
Not physically.
Yeah.
He's just gonna shit on your heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
end of session,
Yeah.
Kyria.
Yeah. Yes. End of session. Okay. All right.
Having a
Did you roll a desperate action today?
I did not. Not.
You did not.
I don't think I did. No.
I don't believe you did. Did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
Yes. Both times. Influence one time. Deception with my sister Loesch when I lied and told her it would be fine and that he will only ask me to do small things.
Oh,
I
Don't
was
worry, Loesch. You
straight
don't
up
know
lying.
that in character.
I assume
Make sure
she
to.
meant his penis.
Someone's, but not the accountant's, probably.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I made sure not to put a nail into that board because I wanted to make sure that you admitted whether there was nailing or not. Not me. Yes, I did make a pun there, and yes, you may smile at that, Kyria, but you may take 2 experience for your deception and influence.
I ding.
Good.
Hey!
Hell yeah!
Happy Ding Day!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is your
Just
second level up.
7,893 dings until
Good.
we can overcome the accountant.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Sure.
I wasn't serious. Please don't listen to me.
I listened to everything. Kyria,
Yes.
did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, background?
Yes, multiple times. Once to the accountant, and then once again to everyone.
You may take another 2 experience
And then
for
once
that,
again to Skyles, actually. So, you know,
Still 2 experience.
Yeah,
2
I
is the
know.
max.
that one I
but-
wanted to say out loud.
You did indeed express love. Did
It
you
was great.
struggle? Sorry, what,
I
Skyles?
was just saying it was great.
It was. It's not your turn yet, so I'd ask you not to talk over me. Kyria,
Worth it.
Yes.
Skylas, next one you will take 2 stress. Did you struggle with your vice or trauma,
Yes.
Kyria?
My vice, most definitely.
Wonderful. You may take 1 experience for that, not
Yep.
2.
Yeah. It's just the one time.
Good. And who plays Kyria? And shout yourself out, please. No cop-outs this time.
Oof, okay. Hi, I'm Pumpkinberry. You can find me at twitch.tv/Pumpkinberry. I'm going to be starting Red Dead Redemption 2 on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow, and
The story of that?
The story of that, yes. However, I am also recently diving into the Wild RP, Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah.
You didn't
And-
even tell me. How dare you?
It's because I wasn't sure how viable it was, but then we did a test run yesterday, and it was the most hilarious thing I've ever experienced. So now I have an intro, and we're ready to go. We're gonna do it. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing that
Yeah,
out
it's,
of character entirely. I
just-
want to see that.
Can I tell you one mild spoiler?
Yes.
Will you be kind to Kyria if I tell you this mild spoiler?
Fuck no.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you the mild spoiler anyway.
Thank you.
We're doing Ghost Grabber Pioneers.
If you need someone else
Straight
for
up.
that, please let me know.
Okay.
I will. I do not own the game, but I would consider buying it just for that.
Okay.
You let me know.
Yes.
my God,
The
that's-
But
answer
I
is
will
yes,
not-
Dan. Come.
I will not be kind to Kyria regardless.
That's
but I
fine.
will be kind to you as a person, Pumpkinberry, because
Okay.
I love you dearly.
I love you too. Thank you for GMing this. This has been a horrifically wonderful experience.
I'm so glad.
I'm having fun.
I'm so glad to hear that too. Skyles, we'll go to you next because you kept interrupting and you really wanted to speak.
I didn't talk all session. All right.
You
So,
talked plenty. You talked more this session than most. Excuse you.
That's all. Excuse me. All
Did
right.
you
Hi,
roll any
everyone.
desperate rolls
Ah, damn it,
today?
I did 2 of
You
them.
did do 2. Did you do 2 desperate today?
Yeah, right in the beginning.
Did you mark experience to your stats for that? Because that is what you mark experience for, to the
Yeah, right.
stat directly. Kyria, I will have you not roll your eyes at me again.
Oh, I wasn't
Thank
rolling
you.
my eyes at you. I'm so sorry. I was rolling my eyes
wrong.
at something Murgle said, and if I will read it out so that you believe what I'm saying.
Please do.
Okay. She said, "You're gonna have to pilot the Ava again, Kyria, or Galen will have to do it again." And
Good.
that's
Murgles, stop interrupting.
Yep.
Thank you very
Sorry.
much. Skyles, you did 2 desperate rolls, yes?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta find them now.
I know there was 1.
There were 2. I remember. It was.
I believe you.
Finesse and prowl.
It was finesse and prowl. Yes. Thank you.
There you go.
My
Then you
prowl.
may mark the appropriate stat with an experience.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
With an experience, I did 2 of them.
If you did 2 in the same stat, then you do get 2.
All right, and then what happens? Okay, when this thing fills up, I then.
Then you can
Fill out
mark
one of
another point under that stat entirely. Correct. Oh, and by the way, my devotees.
Does that include me now?
Yes.
I think it does, yeah.
Absolutely, it does.
Okay.
If they survive, maybe we'll see this again later with the same stats that they have boosted. Anyway, did you, Skyles, address a challenge with deception or influence? I'm sorry, that's not your sheet.
That's mine.
Kyria, I'd
Weird
have you not laugh at me. That is the second mark against you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you...
Tracking her vitals?
Yes. Was that something you did?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. Close, but
Close, but no. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
yes.
At least once you absolutely did. I can think of one particular moment. Can't you, person who will not speak over me? You get one experience for that then.
All right.
Did you struggle from your vice?
Do I struggle from my vice? Yes.
I think so too.
Sweet. I also dinged.
Good. Wonderful.
And then
Galen.
Skyles.
Yes. How are you? It's been a lovely day.
Oh.
I've enjoyed our meals.
So have I.
Though they've left me with a stomach ache. Just
I'm feeling fine.
well, I assume.
Were you desperate today, Galen?
Yes. Twice. I was desperate.
I think I agree. You've already marked that, I assume?
I did.
Good.
Just now.
Ah, even better. Did you address a challenge with knowledge or arcane power?
Well, I think I did, actually. I think I did twice. I would say that my studying of Skyles,
That was arcane.
that was knowledge.
Ah, I'd agree with that.
I also feel, although I was not successful at it, that I did, well, I certainly addressed a challenge. I certainly addressed a challenge with arcane involved getting slashed in the belly. That was unfortunate. But also I would say, I have been using my knowledge of the history of Helios to needle our friend. Yes.
I'll agree to all of that, but I will plant a seed of doubt.
Would you? That's so unlike you.
Los, you're next, don't worry.
So I would say
Would
twice there.
you be correct on the history, Galen? And that's all I'll say. Please don't respond, just dwell on it. Did you struggle with your vice?
Oh, beliefs drives heritages. Yes?
Oh, yes, I thought you already agreed to that. Yes.
No, I was doing...
My apologies, I didn't mean to skip over that.
No, it's all right. Yes, actually, I think I certainly expressed my background, the amount of history my family has with our good Lord of Helios, their closeness.
History, yes. I would say heritage would fit that.
Yes. I also did express some of my drives and beliefs with Césaire. Difficult. Also, of course, with Kyria.
I'll give you the 2 experience for that. I think that's reasonable.
Thank you. And
You're
finally,
very welcome.
have I struggled with issues from my vice or traumas? Well, I feel like that is really? I just... I feel as if perhaps... I might not think so. However, I think the blood all over the hideout, and my inability to be present, and my confusion might have something to do with that.
One moment. I do agree with that. It seems Loesch has run into a technical difficulty. But yes, Galen, I agree with all that things. I also think it is incredibly lovely that I am one of the few people who is unaffected by that disappearance. Loesch, I am assuming you cannot hear me, correct?
I
Yes.
did, by the way.
Wonderful.
She is in chat, actually.
She is in chat.
I see. Your entire... I would never do such a thing. But I believe you could, if you so desired, to make it a little easier, Loesch. You could connect, likely, to Clean Feed Audio via your phone.
Yes.
And I could find a in-between method.
Oh,
Dan, would
I
you...
might
So
Also-
sorry. Would you mind?
I see there's a different solution happening, but thank you. I would do that
Oh.
otherwise.
Also, she has not done hers from last time, I would note.
She is not for the last 2, actually, and I was going to work with her after this. However, if there's another issue, we might have to delay that. But thank you. I have already made note. I am working with the accountant, and I am frankly not needing that, Galen. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Never mind those that were helping. We had a lovely Skyles
Oh,
helping.
God.
Oh. Well, that was what I was expecting because of our DMs. And
Boom.
there
Done.
we go. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. The powers that be. I appreciate your help. Loesch, are you able to follow that link via your phone? Or no? It's alright, we can move on to the next while you do so. If you can. I'm watching the devotees, so if you message there, it's alright.
She might be trying. Maybe we should.
We'll move on to the next while we're waiting. I was hoping for dramatic effect, but not everyone respects that. And no, it's not your fault this time. Hold on. Well, she's put on a particular link there. Hail Helios is what she said, and I appreciate that. I'm messaging her right now. Well, who's left? I believe it was Césaire, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Césaire. Let's chat about this, and if we can't get Loesch back for the moment. She timed that as beautifully as she could, admittedly. I was really hoping to have a chat with her, but I could save it for next week, too. Did you roll a desperate action today, Césaire?
I did not.
No. That's alright, though. Did you address a challenge with, violence, I believe is one, or coercion?
I did not.
No. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I believe I did with yourself.
I'd agree with that, but only once, correct?
Correct.
Then only one experience for that. Did you struggle with your vice today?
In almost every conversation I had, yes.
You'll get 2 experience for that. Anything else you'd like to say, Césaire? You were rather quiet today.
Yes, I have no interest in having any further conversations with you.
Good.
I deny your title of Lord of Helios as having any conversational power over me.
How naive. That's on brand.
Yes.
Well,
Belittle it as you must.
Loesch, can you hear me from the beyond? I am looking at the devotees, which you are one of. I'm patient. Well, I'll talk to her later then. She and I need to catch up.
might ask
Dave
a
was-
question.
Oh, of course, Galen.
Thank you. I just wanted to I just felt like there was something missing. I felt like Skyles, and also Brad, and also PB did not tell me where I might find them perchance on
did.
Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We didn't.
I just felt like I was missing something.
No, Galen, that's fine. I was going to speak to that, but
Oh, good. Good.
I'm so glad that you
Thank
assumed
you.
I wouldn't.
I don't think he was assuming you wouldn't. I think he was just noting we didn't.
I was trying to needle them just a little bit.
I'm afraid to.
Why? It was amazing.
Why would you be afraid
I'm
of
afraid
that,
of Dan right
Skyles?
now.
What?
I'm afraid of Dan. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I should stop talking. Should I keep talking? I'm done.
Look at what you've done, Dan. No one will shut themselves out properly. Good, he says. Good.
I didn't, but you know when there are lies or not, so that works rather well, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Please go follow Brad Woto, who is playing many games. I don't know which one he's on specifically because he likes to stream before I'm awake, except for the few times that I can weasel him into streaming later to play games with me, which is not terribly often. And that's okay. I would never, ever hold things like that over him in a show like this. And then Pumpkinberry, who did shout herself out this time because I called her out
Yeah.
directly this particular time. And Galen, who chose not to shout them out for Friday things they do that I
Ooh.
absolutely remember and take
Ooh.
note of.
How the tables turn tables.
How the turntables.
The Lord of Helios
Macros
always does
have
that.
moored.
Feel free to follow Trooper SJP for wonderful things he does. There are particular things on Fridays that I would recommend going and watching.
City of Light and,
And
Shadow.
then-
It's amazing. I'm so sorry.
If you like seeing
It's
Nazis
so
punched,
good. Yeah. If you like seeing Nazis punched, which you do, go watch it. It's so good and emotional and it's wonderful.
One of the few times I'll allow Kyria
Thank
to
you.
speak over me,
Sorry.
because I do, in fact, encourage the punching of Nazis. So I will not be upset about that particular talkover.
So how about that reveal? Speaking of Nazis,
Which one?
the one about the paladins.
Oh, the one that wasn't a reveal, but in fact was me speaking earlier in a particular pre-show speaking that I did that said the exact same things. Yes, that one. I do recall it as I said it. It's all right. I just like making her very uncomfortable.
I'm at a 10, Dan. I'm at a 10. Take us out.
Good. Stay at a 10. And then, of course, Cord Mythmatic not speaking out their own show on Wednesdays, which I watched the premiere of, which was incredible. And did I? And I will absolutely do this because I am vain enough. Did I sense hints of GM style being lifted into the next show? Cord? If you like this particular style, perhaps tune in on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. That
Here
felt
on
good.
Table Story.
Yeah.
Here on Table Story. Thank you, Kyria. I saw that disappearance, but my God, is the production value better than here? And sorry, PB,
What?
but the
Oh,
slide
yeah,
outs
it's
of
fine.
the production.
It's fine.
Ooh, so good.
Very good.
They're very good here. Don't let me
Shut the
mishandle
fuck
that.
up. Shut the fuck up.
I will
Shout 'em
not.
out properly.
Don't you say
Shout
those
'em
words
out,
to
it's
me. This
fine,
is
fine.
my show today.
All right. Fair.
Yeah. But go watch Wednesdays here for Cord, for that beautiful man.
Fuck the swan.
Fuck the swan. And go watch and follow Classy Katie,
Yeah.
who has for 3 episodes now been unable to do her end of session.
We'll do her first next time.
Well, first, unfortunately, today wouldn't have worked out for her, regardless.
First, right before break, and then the end.
Yeah, we might have to start the session out with her end of sessions, plural. We'll see. But, outside of all of that, go follow her. I am Domestic Dan, your Lord of Helios today. The one and only Tak Zagur. The one who runs the city. The one who is humored by so many who make light of that. And there definitely haven't been any consequences for that specifically. Thank you so much for watching and enjoying. And we'll be back next week, but not for the finale, because I'd like to make sure they know the full consequences of their actions for a few more sessions. I was ready for next week, but I'm gonna enjoy that it's lasted longer. Oh, and if you'd like a recovery room, I can give that to you after this.